This is the story, the fantastically true story of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives. Average citizen, high-level member of the Communist Party, and counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. You're about to see the Communist Party's complete disregard for human rights as they effect their plan of sabotage. Not a bad rendezvous. A couple of tourists taking a look-see. All according to Hoyle, or according to party instructions. Interesting view, isn't it, miss? Those buildings in the far distance are an airplane factory where they make our latest jets. Then closer to us is the factory where they make precision instruments. The open space out there is an airfield. All interesting places, aren't they, miss?
What do you know about Professor Marlowe?
The State University fellow? Not much. Wait a minute. Didn't the party purge him a few years ago?
Yes, the twaddling old fool. His concept of our doctrine had become that of a petty bourgeois romanticist, full of ridiculous sentimentality.
Yes, I remember him. He was against any practical application of the manifesto. He was against necessary provocative wars and against killing.
He believed that world revolution could be achieved by writing academic books.
How wrong can a professor get, huh?
Plenty. Our information is that he's agreed to appear at the present Washington hearings.
Aren't we going to stop him?
Oh, yes. That's up to you.
Don't we have special details for this kind of job?
They're usually too obvious in a case like this. Now, you're not known to the FBI or the professor.
No, that's right. At least, I hope that's right.
Now, Marlowe's leaving at 11:20 a.m. Flight 709 to Washington. He's being accompanied by the investigation committee lawyer and may be guarded by FBI agents. We weren't able to ascertain that. Now, here's your seat on the plane. Your job is twofold. First, watch the professor. Try to spot if he's being guarded. And deliver the professor's dossier to our Washington headquarters, where you're to report in full detail everything that you observed during the flight. You know the address, don't you?
Yes, but where's the dossier?
It'll be given to us at the airport.
Oh, I suppose that's smart. We can't be too careful with this kind of thing. It's dynamite.
Yes, it is dynamite.
Just fill it up, would you please?
The idea, mister. She only took 2 gallons.
Yeah, well, I might be taking a long trip. I want to be safe. Check that sales slip, will you?
Yeah, they telling me my business, mister. I've been there a long time.
Dressler speaking.
I have a message for you. It's called Dressler, FBI. Taking flight 709 to Washington. Need help. 4872. Was that guy kidding me?
No, sir, he wasn't. Is that all he said or did?
Yes. There was a dame following him in her car.
thank you very much for the information. You did a good job. Thank you. Goodbye.
Your orders were not to stop anywhere.
We've got plenty of time.
That's not the point.
The point is, comrade, that even a communist car won't run without gasoline. My gauge must be broken. I thought I was out of gas. I was afraid I'd miss out on this assignment.
From now on, stick close to me. No further contact with anyone. And that's an order. A party order, Comrade Philbrick.
She means what she says. No contact with anyone, comrade. So what? There doesn't seem to be anybody to contact here anyhow. Maybe that guy in the gas station couldn't read. Give it a chance, Philbrick. Stall for time. Buy some newspapers. Tobacco, anything. Dressler will get here. He's got to. Oh, you mind if I get a newspaper?
Not at all. I do the buying.
What's the matter? You afraid I'll run off with the sales girl?
Let's stick to the essentials. What else besides the paper?
Well, you might pick me up some tobacco.
All right. Just wait here. Well, should we go?
You finally ran out of time, Philbrick. Funny, why do you feel so small and scared? It's only a flight to Washington. Or is there something else to this? Is such sweet sorrow.
Not yet. Take a look at your ticket. Security measures. It's made out to a Carl Bender.
What's the idea? My name is no secret.
Here's the file I told you about. Guard it with your life. Don't ever let it get out of your hand.
Anything else?
Yes. Give him your car keys.
My car keys?
This mission might take more than 24 hours. It would never do for a car registered to a Herb Philbrick to be found on this parking lot. He'll park your car near your house.
That's all the passengers for flight 709. Leaving for Washington immediately.
Well, I guess I better kiss you.
A handshake will do. Just remember your orders. And for your information, there'll be others on that plane watching you. So don't be too curious.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Just deliver that dispatch case without sticking your nose into it.
Well, kiss the kids for me. Nice meeting you. Bye. Strange. When you're under pressure, everybody looks like a commie to you, Philbrick. Well, never mind the commies. You're carrying dynamite in this dispatch case. Find yourself the FBI man. This guy looks like a solid businessman. Or is he? Dynamite. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did she look so startled when I said... Yeah, I suppose that's wise. That kind of stuff is dynamite.
Yes, it is dynamite.
Calm down. Next thing you'll be thinking you're carrying an atom bomb. Take a look at Professor Marlowe. Marlowe. Looks old and tired. Well, I wouldn't like to be in his shoes. Investigating committee counsel right next to him, smiling. Sure, why not? Marlowe will cinch his case, he thinks. Either in love or concentrating hard on something. I hope it isn't another Comrade Ella. Ella.
Your mission might take more than 24 hours. It would never do to have a car registered to a Herb Philbrick found on this parking lot. He'll park your car near your house.
They didn't expect you to come back. Oh, now, don't be stupid, Philbrick. You're too valuable a member to the party to lose. Then again, maybe you're not. What do they lose if they blow up you and 50 passengers, so long as they get Professor Marlowe? Now, why don't you salvage some guts, Philbrick, and take a look? Hold it. They've been deliberately needling you. Remember what she said?
Nothing. Just deliver the dispatch case without sticking your nose into it.
All right, what now, little man? Dressler, why didn't he contact me?
All right, I will. Here he is.
Are you Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir.
May I see your credentials, please? Right. Mr. Dressler wants to talk to you.
Miller speaking.
This is Dressler. Now listen, Miller. Just answer yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Do you know a Herb Philbrick?
Only by name.
He's on your plane. His name isn't on the passenger list, so apparently he's traveling under an alias.
Yes, sir.
He's about 6 feet tall, dark hair, blue eyes, typical American businessman. Now, you've got to get in touch with him, but be careful. He's probably being watched. He understands Morse code.
I gotta think. I wish that guy had stopped that drumming. I want to think. Wait a minute. That's code. That's Morse code. All right, answer him, Philbrick. Okay. Pretend to be airsick. Ask the stewardess for a doctor. Just hope that guy ahead of you gets the cue. Just hope he doesn't make it look obvious.
May I help you?
I'm feeling ill, miss. I wonder if you'd see if there's a doctor on board.
Yes, I will.
I'll wait up forward.
Fine.
Uh-oh. The briefcase.
Is there a doctor on the plane? Is there a doctor on the plane? Is there a doctor on the plane?
I'm Miller, Washington office. Dressler contacted me by radio phone.
Brother, am I glad to see you. Look, this is supposed to be a dossier on your charge back there, Professor Marlowe. I'm to deliver to Communist Party headquarters in Washington. In the hands of the party lawyers will completely discredit your witness.
Well, let's have a look at them.
Now, before we have a look, have a listen.
Time bomb?
That's the way I've got it figured.
This isn't the usual commie tactics. It must be the work of a fanatic in the party.
Well, whatever it is, let's chuck it out.
No, I've got a better idea. Let's see if we can open this case.
Open it?
Maybe some way we can get the time device in this bomb to break down.
Yeah, I get it. Then it wouldn't be my fault if it didn't explode.
Right. paper.
Yeah, but what about that ticking noise?
There's your bomb.
It's nothing but a clock.
I don't get it.
I'm beginning to.
Give.
They're testing me.
Fill it out.
Comrade Ella threw out all kinds of hints that there was something in this case that I wasn't supposed to look at.
In other words, she gave you an invitation to take a look-see?
Yeah. They wanted me to break party discipline.
Why?
Routine check. Either getting ready to move me up or to break me if I didn't keep my nose clean.
Well, how can they check that?
Well, there were supposed to be several other communists on board who were watching me. Did you spot any?
No, they're harder to spot than the proverbial needle in a haystack. How about you?
No. To me, everybody, including you, looked like a commie.
That sick act you put on was pretty convincing. Maybe up to now we'll be all right.
Yeah, provided we can get this thing locked again. And provided we didn't break any secret seals.
No, you did. Here it is, black thread.
Brother.
Well, let's see if we can get it back together again.
Go into your act, Philbrick. The conquering hero always smiles here. Even with a blood pressure of 200, heart jumping out of your throat and your knees shaking like a bridegroom saying, I do.
Weren't there any keys given to you for this case?
No. I was merely told to guard it with my life and deliver it to you.
Which apparently you did. But didn't Comrade Ella give you any further instructions?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, she told me to keep my nose out of its contents, to contact no one, and to give you a full report of the details of the flight.
Well?
Well, sometimes I get a little airsick, but this time, fortunately, I didn't have a serious attack. The flight was uneventful.
Yes, I know all about that. A full report was phoned to me from the airport. Aren't you curious as to who told me?
Well, no, not particularly. Comrade Ella told me I was going to be watched.
Didn't you resent that?
Well, no, of course not. I'm in full accord with the party security measures. They protect me as well as the next member.
Good. Now as to the doctor who took care of you. He could be an outside contact, couldn't he?
Should I resent that implication, Comrade Werner?
You were the one that broke the orders of no contact.
Have you ever been airsick?
No.
Well, sometimes an attack can be severe enough so that you actually pass out. Well, I couldn't take any chances of that. I had the contents of this case to guard, remember?
Send Comrade Darwin in.
This is the time you did it, Philbrick. They've got you cornered. Make a break for it? Don't be a fool. So far, your answers have been fine. But for Pete's sake, get a smile on that puss.
Sit down.
So that's the bird who watched you. Why is he shaking more than you are?
You two have met?
We were on the same flight together. Nice reporting, comrade. Reporting?
Wrong conclusion, Philbrick. Darwin was on the same mission as you were, to bring a dispatch case here to Washington. I don't see your dispatch case.
It was stolen from me.
It was? How?
I can't explain it. I had it when I boarded the plane. During the flight, I must have dozed off. When I awoke, it was gone.
Naturally, you didn't want to make a fuss about it, as it might lead to the discovery of its contents.
Yes, that's right.
Will you tell the truth, or shall I? Accidentally or by improper curiosity, because you were primed to be curious, you heard a ticking in that briefcase. You jumped to the conclusion there was a time bomb in there. Isn't that it, comrade?
So far, so good for you, Philbrick. Remember how close you came to being the same kind of a sucker? But don't brag too soon. You're not out of the woods yet.
Somehow you managed to dispose of the briefcase. Fearing retaliation, you decided to bluff your way through and come here and tell me a cock and bull story. Unfortunately for you, your every move was watched.
You had no right to make a human bomb out of me. I joined the party to live, not to die. I believed in your promises to free us. I'm through, see? I'm through with all of you guys.
sorry to hear you say that. Party had high hopes for you, but now...
What are you going to do with me?
Give us no alternative but to expel you from the party.
That's all?
Unless you have some other suggestions.
No. Can I leave now?
Here's the door.
Like fun you can. You won't get far, brother. I wonder how long it'll take to get his obituary in the columns.
See that Darwin doesn't get in any further trouble. Send Krakow in. Puzzled?
Quite a bit.
Well, you'll soon have the answer. Shut the door.
What about him?
So far, he's okay. I haven't checked him out completely.
Uh-oh. Moscow trained. You better check out with flying colors this time, Philbrick.
Hadn't we better detonate this? No use for the three of us getting blown up.
Did you take a peek?
No. The way I was briefed, there wasn't a doubt in my mind what was in that briefcase. And when I heard it ticking, I knew it was a time bomb. But what I can't understand is why it didn't go off. You know, Marlowe won't exactly be singing the Internationale tomorrow on the witness stand.
Wrong on 2 counts, comrade. Marlowe is unimportant. His testimony tomorrow before the investigating committee will confuse them to such a degree that they'll look like fools if they ever get him on the witness stand.
All right. But that still doesn't explain the bomb.
There's no bomb. It's just a harmless alarm clock.
Come again.
All right. Here's the story in a nutshell. There's an important job coming up. It's a rough assignment, and we need a man whose nerve we can rely on. Someone who will obey the party's orders blindly. You, Philbrick, and Darwin were chosen. But the higher-ups decided to test you first. We deliberately briefed you to make you suspicious. Darwin broke. You were willing to carry through even though it would cost you your life.
Hogwash. A tin soldier can die for $90 a month. A communist should never question.
That's the kind of answer we wanted to hear.
Send me a medal. Tell me, where does he come in? What about that doctor act he played so convincingly on the plane? Was that the real McCoy?
His story checks with my phone conversation. But a little black thread will tell the end of the story. Do you mind if I take a closer look at your briefcase, comrade?
Just a minute. Perhaps you'd think more of me if I refused to let you open the briefcase.
Would it make any difference to you what I think?
Yes, it does. Because I want that job you were just talking about.
Looks like I had you figured all wrong, Philbrick. Go to it, Werner. One will get you 10. He's okay.
No bet. There it is. Unbroken. Congratulations to both of you. My report will go in today.
Is he taken?
No, sit down. Well, imagine running into you again, Doc.
Well, doctors have a habit of looking after their patients. Everything all right?
Yeah, fine. I trust I won't be in need of your professional services this trip.
Oh, I'm sure you won't. I understand they're going to arrange a long vacation for your friends.
That's what I heard, a nice, long vacation. What about your friend?
He hasn't had time to take a vacation.
Too bad. What a wonderful guy.
You know, he says the same thing about you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Flight Captain Collins and his crew extend to you all a hearty welcome aboard the flagship. Weather reports indicate a good flight and a happy landing.
Thanks to the cooperation of a good citizen and the perfect teamwork of the FBI, a counter-spy withstood the nerve-wracking test and remained a valuable and trusted member of the Communist Party. Next week, another story From the files of a man who spent 9 fantastic years as a counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation.